welcome back to Little Rocky Top Homestead. Got a new garden hat. Anyways, I added a fence to our garden and I want to show you. There she be. I put a gate up. Now look, you cannot tell, Kyle did not help with this project. This is my type of building. It's functional. Is it perfect? By far, no. Anyways, here's my gate. It works. It does swing a little bit. You can see that pole quivering over there. Anyways, I'm gonna get a latch for it. But I fenced in the whole garden. You can see. Now I can take this stuff down. And there it goes all the way down. It's doubled on the bottom because it was just a little bit too long. So I just folded it over. Comes down here. Goes all the way down there. And it goes up and over to the gate. I put my gate right there. Anyways, I am excited because that means the dogs will be coming in here, running through stuff, and hopefully it deters the deer. The only thing is you can't see this fence. You can see her perfectly fine. So they will probably be running into it, which might tear holes in it. So I'm considering using that and putting around the bottom edge of everything. That might be a good idea. I might do that. That could be another day. I did most of this yesterday, and then today I had to go get some more zip ties and finish it up. But honestly, cost relatively low. It took 2 and a partial bags of netting, which I bought bird netting at Tractor Supply. It's like 7 foot tall by 100 foot long. And it took 2 and a partial. That was $25 each. And then we already had these posts and we already had this gate. So not that much money for me to fence this in and save a lot of my stuff. Because I know in the last video I talked about having volunteer basils. Well, I also have volunteer green beans, and I also have volunteer watermelons and a tomato. So let me show you my volunteers real fast. So it might be kind of hard to see right now. And I was showing my cousin Heather out here and I was like, there's nothing planted in this. And she said, well, you never know. And she was right, because looky here, that's a watermelon. That's a watermelon. Oh. There's watermelon here. Oh, that little baby. There's watermelon. Watermelon. There's quite a few out here. I was out here the other day. I actually counted 12 watermelons growing. And so it's exciting because I have 6 intentional watermelons that my mom's planted. And then there's 12 coming up here. Now, it may or may not make, but this year I have the fence up, so fingers crossed the deer don't come eat my melons and stomp on my plants. Last year I had to run out and get the deer out of my corn all the time, because here is where my corn was planted, and in the middle of the day they'd constantly be in there and I'd have to go run them out. But I'm so excited about that. And looky here, right there is my volunteer beans. There's 1, 2, and then there's a little one right there, 3. That's my beans. Oh, I know this all needs to be weeded. There's nothing in there. I weeded the rest of this the other day. I weeded all down this row and my carrots. But the beans, I lost a zucchini, I believe, to squash bugs. That bean's doing great. These are having some damage on them. Not sure what it is. I have not looked into it. But while I'm here, I'm just looking to see if there's any more squash bugs I've not seen yet. I've been coming out here and getting them off with a set of pliers and been putting them in soapy water. But those are doing good. That one's actually trellising off down. Let's put it back up. My peas are also, oh wow, look at this bean. Where are you going, bud? Where are you going? That's not, I will fix him in a little bit. Okay. My peas are kind of dying. I don't know what it is. I Googled peas bottom leaves turning yellow, and it said too much water. So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if that's right. But those ones are doing good. I hope they don't die with this. And then, looky here, a little purple lady bok choy. Sorry if it's not focused. Purple lady bok choy. And look at that purple lady bok choy. Isn't that doing good? There's two of them. And see, this squash plant here is dying. Well, dead. It's a spider. I don't know what is killing it, because I did spray them down for squash bugs, which is just used Dawn and water and mixed it and sprayed them because it kills the bugs. But I don't know if maybe I put too much, or if this is like a problem at the roots. It doesn't look like it, so I'm not entirely sure if maybe the squash bugs did their damage or what the deal is, because this is the same plant, so I don't know what's going on. Look at this green bok choy. That sucker is growing really well. Has a lot of pest damage on it, but that's no big deal. Ain't gonna bother me none. Some more peas. But yeah, this one's doing good. Look at these peas are climbing. This cucumber plant's doing so well. Let's see if we got any babies on there yet. Yeah, little. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's see if I can get to focus. Look at that little thing. Little baby cucumber. My cucumbers are doing good. My little baby ones down there are doing great. And my carrots, I finally had the courage to weed. And it didn't rip maybe, what, 2 out? But you can see them. Carrots. Look at these carrots. They're kind of splotchy in some areas, and then kind of thick in others. There's a volunteer basil that just came over here, because last year my basil was planted over here. And see, that's a new one that popped up as well, because this was the original volunteer. These are the ones I planted, and then this one popped up, and over here, this one popped up. But yeah, there's my carrots, and I'm actually kind of glad that they didn't sow. All of them did not take, or they got blown away or whatever, because then I don't really have to worry about thinning them out. I think they will do pretty good and grow well. Here is my squash bug bucket. That's where the squash bugs go to die. Also over here is a volunteer tomato. Look at it. I'm so excited. I don't know what variety it is. I honestly am not very good at telling when they're this age what kind they are. I'm more like, you gotta see the tomato to know what it is. I'm just not there yet, so I don't have that much experience. But look at that tomato. Isn't that exciting? I put this cage around it just so I can remember it's here, because I don't have anything else planted. I'm thinking that this year I do want to plant my peppers on this side. I did my peppers in the middle last year and they did fine there, but I'm thinking for this year, let me turn around and sit. I'm thinking that for this year I want to do my peppers on the outside. I have my carrots halfway down this middle, and then I think the rest of it I also want to do low growing things, so that way the middle of my garden bed is all low stuff and the sides have the tall, bigger things. It's gonna be a lot easier for me to walk through versus last year. And if you were here last year, I'm pretty sure you can remember my jungle of tomatoes I had. I will never plant tomatoes like that again. That was absolutely wild. And then the blister beetles took over and I could barely even go in my garden. Oh, wind. Anyways, I could barely even go in my garden. And I got one blister from a blister beetle, and it has scarred me. Anyways, I got one blister from a blister beetle last year on my knee. You can't see it right now because I've been on my knees and so they're red all over. But I have a pink circle scar on my knee from a stupid blister beetle. I tell you what, absolutely crazy. I seen one this year and I doused him with Dawn dish soap and water because I'm not about to have my garden run over by blister beetles again. That was absolutely a nightmare. But all my other plants are looking okay. Some of them are pretty poor. Like my peas are looking a little rough, but I don't generally think peas are supposed to be going during this weather. They, like I said, they just had a slow start and then now they're here. I have a lot of things still to plant, and everything that I'm doing this year in my garden is just late. But, oh well, better late than never. I'll show you my tomatoes that are actually grown so much since the last video, which it's been like a week since I filmed that last video. Let me show you. So there's nothing in this tub or this tub tomato wise, but there is marigolds. I also weeded these since the last video. So there's that one. I also pruned some of these. I took off the lower branches and stuff. And anyways, there's another marigold coming up with that one. This one looks awesome. Look how thick that stalk is. It's doing really good. I really pruned it up. I don't think this is a marigold. If it is, it's the tall variety, but I really don't think it is. But on the off chance, I'm leaving it. I really think it's just a weed. But here's this poor looking feller. He's grown a lot. He's gonna make it. Just looks bad. Then this one, this amazing big Amish paste, which, you know, they all look like they need a drink, which it's supposed to rain all night, so they should be getting a drink there. I trimmed him up pretty good, and he's got a massive amount of marigolds bushing here. Then there's another one. He's got a really awesome thick stalk. Looks good. And then this one, boy, it is spreading its wings out far, isn't it? And then I got my marigolds in here. It also has a very thick rootstock. It's trying to put a blossom out. Can you see that? It's trying to put a blossom on. I might pinch that off. Actually, these ones are too. I didn't notice that. But I might pinch those off. I might not. I know you're supposed to pinch them off the first blossoms because then it puts more focus in growing the plant than trying to put its energy into growing a fruit. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure. But I've decided that since I have so many watermelons that have volunteered in this space, I'm gonna let that be the watermelon territory. And I still have not decided what's going over here. I need to come in here, knock all that off, and just see what I can put out. I don't know. I got a weed eat too, if you can't tell. I'm gonna be taking down that green fence and gonna run some soaker hoses through that line, and then my carrots for right now, so that way I can water without getting my plant leaves wet, which might be the cause of some of that damage on the squashes, because it looks like it could be sun damage. I don't know. I also put some hanging pots in my trellis. I planted some nasturtiums in there. I'm excited to see those growing. Let me open my fancy gate. I gotta get something to hook that together. But I have nasturtiums down here growing really well with some sunflowers. And something ate the leaves on my sunflowers in the teardrop. I don't remember if I said this earlier or not. If I did, I'm sorry. I repeat myself a lot just to my friends and family. So if I said this earlier, welcome to being part of my friends and family. Looky here. Remember all my beautiful sunflowers I had? Look at that. Look at that. I am so mad. Just ate them down, and I'm pretty sure it's deer, because it ate the tops off them all, except for right here. I'm just trying to blow my hat away. I know I look goofy in this thing, but I tell you what, I love it because it tricks me. I was out here the other day with my big old hat on, and I was weeding those areas I showed you. And I'm just weeding away, not even paying attention to how hot it is, because my mind is tricked to thinking I'm just in the shade. Because this thing is so big, it covers part of my shoulders too. And I'll just stay outside for forever. But anyways, yeah, that's what's going on right now. I am fixing to plant our honeyberry bushes. I'm thinking I kind of want to put them in the teardrop, but now I'm scared about the deer, and I don't want to have all of my yard be netted. The neighbors are yelling. Anyways, I don't want all of my yard to have netting everywhere. Even though you can't really see it, you can see the fence post. You know what? If you can't see the netting, I might as well. I don't know. That's probably a Kyle discussion. So, where was I going? Oh, in the back of my mind, I wanted to show you that I have yarrow. So, not only do I have mullein, I also have a crap ton of yarrow. Do you see all that white? That's all yarrow. And this is why I put a fence up. Because they do that. They mow into everything. So, if you're looking for yarrow, these dogs are insane. If you're looking for yarrow, you want to be careful because it also resembles hemlock, poison hemlock. But yarrow has these little bitty, like fern looking leaves. And that's how you can tell that is yarrow. And this is, oh, there you go. That's what they look like. All those little bitty dots you see on there are actually little individual flowers, and then it has the larger petals underneath. But so yeah. The native yarrow to our area is either white or kind of pink. But this is great for so many things. I can't even tell you all of it. But just do your research and make sure you identify this properly and you're not getting hemlock. Poison hemlock does not have medicinal properties for you that are good for you. It will poison you. Also, Queen Anne's lace, which is just wild carrot, looks like hemlock and yarrow. And the way you can tell what Queen Anne's lace is, you remember the phrase, the queen has hairy legs. So the stem on Queen Anne's lace will be very hairy. I think I have some down here. I could show you that as well. But I hope you can hear me. The wind's starting to blow again. I told you the wind is crazy here all the time. I believe that, there it goes. Okay. I don't know where I was going with my conversation. Oh my gosh. There are mole routes, mole tunnels all throughout here. The dogs are not doing their job. Yep, here's Queen Anne's lace. Let me turn it around. This is Queen Anne's lace, otherwise known as a wild carrot. You can get it to focus in on its stem. There, you can see the hairs on it. That's how you know it's Queen Anne's lace. They'll produce heads that get pretty big. That's pretty large. And poison hemlock has, I do believe, purple streaks on its stem. Queen Anne's lace does not, and yarrow does not. I dehydrated some yarrow the other day, and I have it in a jar, and then I went ahead and I strung some up, I wanted to hang them outside. I've not hung them up yet. I just laid them out. They blew down. Oh yeah, those suckers are dry now. Look. That's a bunch of yarrow I harvested. And when you want to harvest yarrow whenever it's blooming. So this is the perfect time to harvest it because it is blooming all over the place. So I have quite a bit. I also harvested daisies and let them dry because I did not know this, but daisies have a lot of medicinal properties in them for the entire plant. So I got a new herb book, I don't know, remember what it's exactly called, but it's for medicinal purposes with herbs. Anyways, it had a page on daisies, and I was like, are you kidding me? I had no idea. So I went out and I picked some daisies and to dry them. But anyways, I'm getting really into medicinal herbs. I'm very excited about this whole thing. Every time I see a plant, I'm like, it's medicine. And Kylie, our oldest, will come up to me and hold something. She goes, is this medicine? And I'll be like, yes, or I don't know. But that's been very fun exploring this. I am just getting very excited about the garden and foraging and all of these things. It's been a good time. Oh, we also got barn kittens. Do you want to see them? I might save them for the next video, so you have to come back. You can come back and see the barn kittens if they're still here. But anyways, yeah, so thanks for joining me for this video. I don't know if this is a long one or a short one. It depends how much rambling I'm going to cut out of the video. But thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe. A lot of you guys view these videos, but you don't subscribe. Please will subscribe. It helps out a lot. Anyways, for more chaos and experimental gardening, come back. We'll see you next time. Bye.